Hey, FitMama! Today, this episode, we are talking about having fun with foreplay. I know, we're having so much fun here because foreplay is pretty much some of the most fun you can have in the bedroom, outside of the bedroom. Foreplay is fun, and I want to kind of debunk what foreplay is because I think it has kind of like this almost like a bad rap where it's like, oh yeah, we have to go through this thing before we can get to the thing, right? And it's like, no. I want to redefine what foreplay is. And for me, what I feel is that foreplay begins after the last orgasm. And while I love orgasms, particularly multiple of them daily, there is the anticipation, there is the buildup, there is all that comes before the big O that has a lot of magic in it. And this is what I want to talk about today. So if you've kind of gotten like, I'm not that into foreplay, or I need all this foreplay, or I need, I want this, or I don't want that, and I'm not communicating, or it's not happening, I want more snuggling, I don't want the... Foreplay can take the form of many things, but one thing that it is anticipation. One thing that it is exciting. It's planting seeds of what's going to come, or it's talking about the last times you did something and, ooh, this was really good, and I love when you do this, and all that kind of stuff. And this can be happening through sexting and texting, through leaving little love notes or phone calls, through communication with your partner, and or yourself, right? Your own foreplay can be looking at pictures or reading erotic stories or talking to other people on the phone or by yourself, just fantasizing, right? That's so much fun, and that is all foreplay. So how to have fun with more foreplay? I think the big one is when you are even getting into your bedroom play and you're gonna, let's say you're about to have sex, make it not about the orgasm. Make it about the exploration. Make it about the fun, the fantasy, the excitement, the new, different ways of treating each other or touching each other yourselves that doesn't necessarily have that outcome of we have to get to the orgasm, we have to climax. Because sometimes it can be just, it's all about that and you're not focused on anything else, which is all the pleasure along the way. Foreplay each and every step of the way should be pleasurable for both parties, right? Yes, so make sex time, sexy time, the time you set aside or going for it, to not just go for it, but to explore, have fun and play and create anticipation for the big O from foreplay. All different kinds, dressing up, having so many creative ideas. Number 2 is what I mentioned already around sexting and texting and flirting. I cannot tell you how much fun you can have doing this when you start to let down your guard, when you start to not worry about other people reading it or other people seeing it or being vulnerable and feeling shy. Those kinds of things come with it for sure, but the more you do it, you desensitize yourself to it. And as long as you're being safe and really no one else is finding it or reading it, be safe, then it can be really, really fun creating that anticipation with your partner or, of course, yourself. This is all open to yourself. Flirting with other people, I know for me, turns me on. Even if I'm not going to go do anything with them, I can go back to my own house and turn myself on even more. And whether I climax or not, that excitement that comes from an exchange with someone else, or even something that I do that empowers me. Sometimes I feel very self-pleasurable and wanting to self-pleasure myself when I look in the mirror and compliment myself, and I don't even need someone else to do it. So there's a lot of opportunity to connect through talking, speaking, flirting, texting, sexting, to anticipate orgasms that may or may not come in that scenario or another one. So it's very, very fun and sexy. Number 3 is to learn new ways that turn you on. So physically touching yourself, taking time for self-pleasure, self-care, realizing what feels good, what doesn't feel good, what you want to try more of, what fantasies are coming to your mind when you let yourself be free, so that you can really understand your body and you can achieve better orgasms with a partner or even in self-pleasure when you get to know your body. So trying out different toys or trying out different videos or books or reading things or tools or whatever, handcuffs, it doesn't matter what it is. It allows you to open your mind to possibility of feeling even more pleasure. Yes, it's available to you. Look in the mirror. This, I encourage you, when you are doing self-pleasure. You don't have to look at it while you're trying to like pleasure yourself, or you could, but maybe a big mirror instead of holding up a mirror. But really, the opportunity is there to see beauty in your body, to see yourself as a goddess, to see yourself as the most beautiful woman, the most beautiful man, the most beautiful whatever yoni that you have ever seen. For anyone else to ever see this or tell you this, you gotta see it yourself. And this time to connect with your body feels so good, and you get to compliment you and really get to know what creates orgasms in your body. And there are so many types of orgasms, so that's another thing. Number 4 is delaying your orgasms with your man or woman. So when you're having partner, I mean, women, it's different because we can have multiple orgasms, so it doesn't have such a big refractory period where you can't get hard again or you can't ejaculate again for a certain period of hours or days or whatever the case is. But I know for me, and I've talked about this before on the podcast, FitMama podcast, all about delaying my man's ejaculation. So we do a lot of different things, and we can have sex every day, but we might not have him ejaculate or come to orgasm in that way. So it's pretty exciting because not only for him, that foreplay feels really good, and the edging and the anticipation of coming in a day or two or whatever is very exciting. But also for me, for the receiving partner, it feels really good because he's very turned on. As he has days and days building up of not ejaculating, he's even more turned on, and he's even more about connecting sexually with me, which I love. And I am a very sexual person and love to connect in that way, so it makes him even more excited, if you will. That's what we've found, and really more powerful. I found a lot of masculine energy in my man, and everybody has different things that happen. But delaying ejaculation, for if there's a man in your partnership, this can definitely be a great form of foreplay, especially for a woman. Foreplay can include orgasms, I think, because it's like all good, and foreplay really is everything, I think, and so good. So indulge in it. Indulge in these different types. The last one I want to say today, number 5, is about doing some research on female orgasms. I'm going to do an episode on one, but understanding what are the different types of orgasms? When you touch yourself in different places on your body, how does that feel? How does it make your body feel? Are there different levels of orgasm happening in your body? If you penetrate, you create different orgasms versus if you're touching yourself out on the outside, on your clit, on your vulva, all in your anus, whatever. There are different types of orgasms. So understanding these, doing some research. One of my favorite people who talks about this and female orgasms and does videos and created a program called the Sex Hacker Pro, which I love. My husband and I both love this, is Kenneth Play. If you haven't checked out Kenneth Play, click the link below. You can get Kenneth's program at a discount. So check that out. It is such a good program, but he always has really, really, really great opportunities for yours truly, my community. So I have Kenneth's program for you, the Sex Hacker Pro, if you want to get it. So click that link. It is so fun. Chris and I watch the videos together, and we have playtime, sexy time, exploring time. I have watched them on my own, which is also very sexy, and I have discovered many new things, even just in the last few months, about my own body. So research, understand your own anatomy, understand your physiology, how you work, and start reading some books too, if this interests you. I know for me, I'm reading a really good book called The Ethical Slut. This is a really good thing because we have these connotations, we have these ideas, we have these cultural expectations, norms, or whatever, and I like reading things that debunk these myths and these common ways of thinking about things, because there's not just one way of thinking about things. So I encourage you to open up your mind and explore, and reading about sexy things or watching sexy videos is like the best foreplay also. I know for me, I get wet, usually even sometimes just interviewing someone for my podcast, especially the juicy podcasts that are coming up in the next few weeks. I can't wait to share them. Check it out at the FitMama podcast. Click the links below, and I can't wait to connect with you. Let me know how your foreplay is going.